What's up, y'all? Good morning. How y'all doing? The grind don't stop.
He's really into breakfast.
Oh,
48 years. So I am going to cut every single one of them and pressure can it. It is a little bit tedious to do this, but I did this all myself. It took about an hour and a half. So yeah, I mean, it took a little bit of time. You know, the preparation for canning definitely takes time. It takes time for everything. So after an hour and a half, this was the last corn. I was so happy. I was like, it's the last corn. Okay, look at all that beautiful corn. So now I'm going to go ahead and loosely pack. This is a raw pack method. I'm not cooking the corn first, or rather putting it in boiling water first. I'm raw packing it. So that means I loosely put it in. I do not tighten it in or anything like that. You don't push it down or anything. I don't pack it. This is the boiling water that I'm getting ready to boil. 24 jars are raw packed with corn, and they are now ready for water. You can add salt at this point, but I don't. That's just a personal preference. So as you can see here, the raw pack corn loosely. I always follow directions, okay? I follow the directions on the actual recipe itself, and then I'm going over to follow the instructions of my canner. So I'll talk about that in just a minute. Still in the corn. All 48 counts of corn cobs fit in 24 pint jars. So that's good to know. I've already added, this is an all-American pressure canner. I've already added the 2 to 3 inches of water. It's like 2 and it's in between 2 and 3 inches. So I've already added the water. I added the bottom plate just to get that ready. And then this is boiling, so we're gonna go ladle the hot water. Once the water has boiled, you can go ahead and just fill it with 1 inch headspace. I've been doing this for a while, so I can kind of eyeball where the 1 inch headspace is, but I'm going to be showing a tool here in just a second that's going to show you, but just, you know, I like to fill it just a little bit at a time until it gets there. So see this little tool here? I'm getting all the bubbles out, or as many bubbles as I can, and then I use this tool to also show me the 1 inch headspace, but I'm also wiping the rims. This is an essential part to make sure that everything is sealing correctly. Now it's time to put the cans in the pressure canner. I already have the 2 to 3 inch water in there, and I'm going to double stack this. So I'm putting them in and then double stacking it. When you double stack in a pressure canner, make sure that you are staggering the jars just a little bit so they're not directly on top of the ones below. But I love double stacking. It saves a lot of time for sure. All right, so now the lid just goes on, and I'm going to secure it all down with those. I line it up, secure it down with these little twisty knobby thingies. That's the official technical term if you were curious. So as I've mentioned many times before, I use the directions no matter how many times I've done a recipe or use my canner. I always go to the recipe and make sure that I'm double checking everything is correct. This is how I ensure that I'm doing things properly and safely, and we're having a good, happy, fun canning time. At this point, pressure canning is a lot of monitoring. You know, canning in general, you should be monitoring it, but pressure canning in general is a lot of monitoring. So right now, I'm going to wait for the steam to come up to where there's a steady steam, and then I will put the regulator on. But it's kind of just like watching it, you know, and then I'm going to have to watch this and make sure that I'm adjusting the heat at that point to make sure that it is good. Can't really see it, but with the All-American, see that steady stream there? Okay, so now we can go ahead and put the regulator on based on the pressure needed. There we go. And we're going to quickly see that this is going to start getting up to pressure, and it should get up to the pressure of the 10 pound. And we're going to adjust the temp as needed, and you're going to start to see jiggles and stuff. So just a minute, I'll show you. And there it goes. And it's getting up to 10. And we'll hear the first jiggle here in a minute. There it is. Now I'm going to adjust the temperature down and start the timer. I'm going to monitor it down to make sure that it's not jiggling more than 1 to 4 times per minute. So I did just adjust the temp like literally 2 seconds ago. So I'll just be monitoring now to make sure that it's not going to jiggle more than 1 to 4 So remember, this is just for my pressure canner, the All-American. If you have a Presto or something like that, those instructions are going to be different, okay? Took me a solid 10 minutes to finally get it adjusted, but golden now, 45 minutes ago. With the All-American pressure canner, the 55 minutes is up, and I just turned the heat off, and now we need to let it naturally go down until it reaches 0. Now we take it out. Once it reaches 0, we wait about 2 minutes, and then we fully release the little clampy thingies, again, technical term, and very carefully remove that lid. It is very hot. Take the lid away from you because the steam is coming out. And then just remove them very carefully, one at a time from the canner. And there you go. You got all your corn down there. Isn't it beautiful? All right, there's the canned corn. You want to let it sit for 24 hours just to make sure that everything is sealed, because even though like you may be pressing, you're like, yeah, it's great. Well, in 24 hours, something could feel that it's not sealed. And if something doesn't seal, guess what? You just put it in the fridge and you can eat it. Like, you know, no big deal. You know, there could be failure rate. It could be for various reasons. That's the other thing you can look up on YouTube. You know, why did this fail? And a lot of the canning books and stuff, there's like in the canning book that I have here, it does say, like, you know, if there's failure rate, you know, like something failed, what happened? And it'll kind of explain. But if there's ever anything wrong, you can always just look it up, right? So this white stuff is just residue. It's totally harmless. It's just residue from having hard water. You can put vinegar in the water to prevent that. I just don't care, so I never do it. It's completely harmless. You can just wipe it off. It's literally.
All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up, and click that bell. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. I'll see you in the next video if you guys will. Peace. Have a good day.